We're back, baby. Horns Up Talking Texas podcast. Real quick reaction to an unfortunate loss. We lose to Kansas State, and I guess the second round is our first game, though. So, in my mind, I was thinking first round of the Phillips 66 Big 12 tournament. Our last Big 12 game ever ends in an L. Disappointing. We lose again 78-74. They dropped 49 points in the second half to our 35. We were up 39-29 in this contest. People will point at Weaver's BS, flagrant call, and it was BS. But when push comes to shove, that's one play of the game. Where were we to stop the bleeding once again in the second half when another team got hot? I don't know. Where were the in-game adjustments? Dessou in foul trouble obviously really hurt us. Hunter, 0 of 7. I mean, after dropping 30 against OU, where is the consistency and continuity for this basketball team? We are banging our heads against the wall all season to see it. We show so many flashes of a team that can really compete in this league. I'm not saying we're winning the national championship. We are nowhere in that echelon of like a UConn, in my opinion. Quite frankly, I think Tennessee is extremely dangerous and a horrible matchup against us, and they would pipe us. Houston, I know we almost got lucky against them one time, but the shoe fell and we turned to pumpkin against them. Purdue is dangerous. I mean, there are a boatload of teams that are really going to key in on winning this thing. But at times, this team has flashed, like, hey, Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8 potential. And there are times that look like we don't even belong in the tournament. We don't even belong as like the first, 4 in 68. We're playing as an 11 seed to try to get, extend our lives. Like it's madness, no pun intended. It's so frustrating seeing this team. Like I feel from the 18-minute mark in the second half to like the 9-minute mark, the offense is lost. Amelia Earhart lost at sea. Nothing going on. Shots are horrible. Nothing's falling. The ball movement's pitiful. No one's looking for the right move. And this is after we play a really strong first half on offense and defense. It's mind-boggling where this team goes. They cannot play it. They can't. It's like when we used to play football before Sark and we couldn't play a complete football game. We play 3 quarters and the fourth quarter unravels. That is this iteration of the Texas men's basketball team. We play a heck of a first half. Second half comes around. We blow the lead or the lead gets massive. We pray that Asmus can somehow shoot us back into this thing, which is what happened by the grace of God. Like, I shouldn't be holding my breath after this one with 10 seconds left. Oh, is he going to pull out a rabbit out of his hat, like a Cinderella story? It's just the same song and dance and a really frustrating season. And this is a team we should have beat. This is not a great Kansas State team. We got outcoached, quite frankly. And it was those uniforms. Like, how are they losing those uniforms, honestly? But still, I don't know. I don't want to say we could have won the Big 12 tournament. We should have won that basketball game. How can you watch the first half and then see us in the second half and not believe we should have won that basketball game? Had we not been coached better? Yes, again, Dessou being in foul trouble hurts. But at the same time, the offense, and we put up 35 points, but a lot of that's the end of the game. The streak was off. We are such a streaky basketball team, and sometimes it works in our favor. But more often than not, it has been the bane of our existence this season. And when the other team goes on a streak, defense out the window. Out the window. They're hitting everything. Floaters, threes. They're getting great looks. Getting good fast breaks. Playing great ball on the paint. And we got nothing. No answer. We were small at a point. No shutout there. No Dessou. They took advantage. I don't know. Just so frustrating, the lack of consistency we show week in and week out. Sorry, game in and game out. This isn't football. We'll see what happens in the tournament. I'm still assuming we make it as like an 8 or 9 seed. If we had won that game, we would have played Iowa State. And Iowa State, quite frankly, they are a really strong team. Could they go to the Final Four? Yeah, but I like that matchup. They're not that great on offense. They're really strong on defense, but we're a really good, streaky offensive team. We get hot. We put up some points. We could put the pressure on them. I loved that matchup. More than Baylor, strength on strength. They showed us what was what last game. I know Kansas is ailing, and I'm a little shaky on them, but they're still they piped us the last game we played them. Houston is a completely different story. But of all the Big Four teams, I like the Iowa State matchup. We don't look ready for March Madness. BYU, like the second tier, I guess, of the Big 12, a strong Big 12, albeit, but like they look ready for March Madness. TCU, give me TCU as a 10 seed. Feel confident in that. BYU is a 6 seed, 5 seed, knock off a 4 seed. Pave the way. They are dangerous and deep and playing great basketball. Same with TCU. We, not so much. Can't play a complete game to save our lives. Hunter 0 of 7 after dropping 30 points. Can we not get our quote-unquote big three of the Sioux, Hunter, Asmus, to string together a couple of games, maybe even just have one game where all three of them ball out together? Where has that been all season? Got to look to the coaching because we've seen them all do it individually. There's no reason they can't all do it together. Has to be the coaching, putting each of these guys in the right position to make that happen, make that plausible. Really frustrating loss. 78-74 we lose to Kansas State. Hopefully the next time we record, it's a preview of March Madness, and hopefully the time after that, we actually get a win and it's more positive. Get your horns up.